Monday, the 3rd of November 2014, marked the third anniversary since the signing of the design, build and operate contract for St. Helena's Airport. The airport project has since achieved many significant milestones. Ten months ago, the airport project marked the dry gut fill halfway mark, one of the most significant constructions at the airport site, Prosperous Bay Plain. The filling has the greatest visual impact on the area, and on completion will give an indication of the extent of the runway within the surrounding environment. The filling in of dry gut has been a team project effort. On Saturday the 16th and 23rd of November 2013, access was granted to the public, and many took their 4x4s to enter the site. Foundation works have begun at this point on the airport buildings. The structure of the combined building has now been completed, and the control tower has taken its final form with the installation of the cladding and windows. The brickwork is also complete and plastering is in progress. The installation of the services has started and erection of the roof was scheduled to commence from the 6th of October 2014. The commemorative stone ceremony took place at the airport site on Saturday the 28th of June 2014 to mark the construction of the terminal building.
Privilege and an honour to be invited here today to unveil this stone, which is basalt stone from the Whitegate area, I believe, of the island. And where we are now is going to be the entrance, so visitors to the airport will walk past here, past this stone, in not very long from now, Dion. No. So without further ado, I'll see if I can manage this feat.
The highlight of the ceremony was the bearing of a time capsule by Prince Andrew School students. Included in this time capsule were photos and short films showcasing the island community and airport progress. A comments book from all involved in the St. Helena Airport project, and a special airport stamp issue to name just a few of its contents. The last production load was placed in dry gut on Saturday the 30th of August 2014 at 3 p.m. and the total volume of the dry gut fill is 7,612,255 cubic meters, giving a total height between the lowest and highest point of 119.8 meters. A total of 450,000 truckloads of material were used for the fill. With dry gut now filled, it provides sufficient length for the runway, an extra 400 meters, of which 200 meters will be paved. The remaining 200 meters will be unpaved for the runway and safety area. On Saturday the 27th and Sunday the 28th of September 2014, the public were able to attend open days at Dry Gut Prosperous Bay Plain. The community was invited to view the tremendous progress seen by peering over the edge and looking at the segmented sections.
I think it is just phenomenal. Like when you come at the start of the project, you just can't envisage what will happen. And I have to say, I was always pro-airport, and I'm glad I am. And I just want all this whole thing to work.
From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on both days, the public had options of socializing over refreshments and purchasing Bassarit souvenirs to mark the occasion. Visitors were also able to view a project progress display.
I think it gives everybody the opportunity to see sort of like what hard work has really gone into this. We're always sitting back and wondering, what's happening and so forth, but I can say it's lots of hard work has been into it.
Those who chose not to walk to the viewing points were offered shuttle bus tours around the dry gut fill, airport runway and airport buildings. The 3rd of November 2014 marked the third anniversary of the airport project. To celebrate the occasion, a reception was held at Plantation, hosted by HE Governor Capes. Photo timelines were on display to show airport project progress. as well as showcasing achievements in business on St. Helena. Governor Capes, Deanne Diaga, Basil Reid Island Director, and Niall O'Keefe, ESH Chief Executive for Economic Development, gave their speeches.
So here we are, 3rd of November 2014, 3 years on from when the announcement was made, which so many people had been working for so long, that St. Helena was going to get an airport. But 3 years, where did they go? Many of you will remember 3 years ago that I announced the contract signing when I was standing in front of the courthouse. That was just 5 days after my arrival here in St. Helena. And I really, as the new governor, I couldn't have hoped for a better start to my appointment. And since then, it's been a pleasure working with some outstanding people. It's been a fascinating and rewarding time. And as I said back on 3rd November 2011, the airport decision gave us our direction. We knew what we had to do, we knew where we were heading. A new heading that was going to steer us away from the status quo, the years of decline, away from a situation in which we were only just about making do. And many people had left to seek a better future elsewhere, separating families and leaving a gap in our community. Because of course, this airport is not just about reducing the time it takes to go somewhere else. It's about giving St. Helena the chance to have a better future, a prosperous future based on a vibrant economy.
Looking back, people ask me, 6 years feels like 10 years, 12 years, 20 years. I have aged over the 3 years. I've been much better looking, black hair when I arrived in November of 2011. And there's actually a photo outside there showing that. But so much has happened. And I think what has happened over the past 3 years is just proof what teamwork can do. I might be the guy sitting there in the fancy office and that, but I've got a whole team of managers supporting me. And without their assistance and each and every person on site's contribution, a project like this can never be delivered in time. So I'm glad to report we are on budget, we are on time. We're talking about the 4th anniversary, and it keeps me awake at night thinking 12 months. And I drive through site and I see what still needs to be done. And yeah, it gives me shivers. But again, I've got the backup of the team. They're supporting me. We're all looking forward to a common goal. And I've got no doubt that next year when we're standing here doing the 4th anniversary, we'll be very close to handing over the keys.
With all that we're doing, we're actually managing change. We're managing change on a grand scale, on a national scale, and we're all in that together. We have a responsibility to bring certainty and confidence to the community. We need to support the community in all of the decisions and work that lies ahead. Without question, there are areas of significant challenge. There are barriers to some of what we want to do, but we will overcome them together. The completion and certification of the airport and the provision of air services and the completion of that negotiation, the completion of Rupert's Bay and the announcement of the shipping provider will contribute greatly to providing certainty and confidence to those in the community and those looking to invest and work within the community. In the next year, we'll have some visible projects. The Jamestown Market will be renovated and completed. The hotel work will be underway and 1, 2 and 3 Main Street. Work on Main Street and the refurbishment of that will be completed. ESH also hopes to contribute to, I suppose, the best possible use for lands and all of our resources, whether it's at sea or on land. We want to ensure that economic development is harnessed from the assets that the island owns. In terms of the second word, I mentioned quality. What we want to do is focus on innovation. And what I'm doing here now is inviting any of you or any of your organisations that you represent to work with ESH over the next 3 years in developing innovative models and practices and theories in terms of being more effective, being more productive. And we're part of a 25-country overseas territory program, which is starting tomorrow in Brussels, where we will look at model systems, processes and practices to make us more productive, make us more effective. So again, if any of you want to have a chat in relation to that, please contact the ESH office. I suppose finally, what I was going to say is I don't know what museums will be like in 50 years or how they'll function and operate, but I suspect that the St. Helena Museum will probably have a Basil Reid uniform on display somewhere, and maybe a 3D holographic Basil Reid van, Dion's golf clubs maybe. But I'm confident that anyone visiting the museum will be presented with a positive story. The story about the great work of the community, of the Saints, the Airport Access Office, the Basil Reid team, the teams in SHG, the FID, Governor Capes, and Enterprise St. Helena, and that the story will be telling that all of us contributed to setting St. Helena on a path to sustainable economic development.